Hi, I'm Mark Hoffman. We're going to mention in the next few minutes just construction, branding, long-range planning. And did you know that in Normandy Park right now, if you're a resident, from any of the households in Normandy Park, you can get through metro connections within a 3-mile radius of Normandy Park. And what's more is if you're in Des Moines or Burien and you're within that 3-mile radius and you call 2 hours in advance, you can get to Normandy Park to shop and get home. You don't have to use your car. We're the first pilot project that includes the whole city in King County, and that also includes Pierce County. There's nothing quite like it. It's an interesting pilot project. The Metro Connections program is something that you go online and find and call. Normandy Park is branding, and one of the first things we've done is to send out a survey in the Scene magazine that's published by Normandy Park resident Peter Phillips. And Peter told me to say that. We're, in connection with branding, we're putting something that we've long aspired to that isn't all that big a deal, but seems to have taken a long time, which is entry signs on the north and the south, and one other entrance into the city. That's going to be a lot of fun, and they're almost ready to put up, as are coordinated wooden historical signs that used to swing on many locations throughout Normandy Park. They're all ready to put up too, as are, in the near future, whimsical signs on some of the parks that have kids stuff. That's pretty neat. Connection is important, and pedestrian connection from our senior facility to Manhattan Village is something that we've been working on, and there's a sidewalk that's ADA accessible that runs for that quarter mile along First Avenue. On the other side, on Normandy Road, we finished up a sidewalk that also connects. It's important to have infrastructure around our shopping centers because we're trying for full tenancy. Those shopping centers pretty much have it right now, but if you're going to maintain it, you have to provide amenities that work. One example of being able to advance into the future is to tear down the Dairy Queen. Everybody's aspired to that. It's this eyesore along First Avenue. It's coming down in the next few weeks. It's going to be replaced by a brand new Starbucks that now obviously there's a Starbucks there already, but they're going to turn that into a different kind of business and reopen a better Starbucks with a drive-through. It's got a really neat interior. It's a very modern Starbucks facility, and I think everybody's going to like it a lot, and it's connected physically in a logical way to those sidewalks. We're also looking in the long run in Normandy Park at comprehensive planning changes that will open up more area of multi-use development. That's not to say that we're going to impinge on the neighborhood in a negative way. It's important to maintain the integrity of residential neighborhoods, but we are looking to see in what ways we might enhance opportunities to invest and redevelop certain areas from Normandy Road down to the Bellamy townhomes, which are new. The Bellamy townhomes are 19 townhouses, 6 commercial units out front with living space, 6 living spaces on top. It's about a $1.8 million development. It's just available lately. The commercial part of it, the 6 units on front, is part of a multi-use concept. Probably over time, Normandy Park will experience more retail and somewhat less residential along this corridor, but all connected in a logical, residentially friendly way. Below Manhattan Village is the largest single neighborhood in Normandy Park, Manhattan View. Manhattan View had essentially 60, 70-year-old infrastructure that needed to be replaced. In the last year, we've begun a project that is a $2.2 million renovation of this neighborhood with stormwater, curb and gutter, and next spring, all new paving. On the south end of Normandy Park, just south of the Normandy Town Center, is another area that we're looking at in the long term for redevelopment. It's residential now, mostly with duplexes. In the future, it will probably be somewhat more dense, and the opportunity for these properties to redevelop will be pretty real. At any rate, in the interest of brevity, that's it. Aww.